That almost looks like... No way. Do you know what time it is? Welcome to the Legacy of Nerd. My name is Daniel, and does this look like Saba to you? So I was just on Instagram today, and Simon Bennett's picture here just showed up on my feed, and I just could not believe how much that I thought that looked like Saba. So if you guys don't know what this is going to be Izzy, the green Cosmic Fury Ranger's weapon of choice here, or weapon that she will wield. This is actually Tracy Collins in the picture. It looks like she designed the prop here, and she is actually a set designer. She has worked on Beast Morphers. She has worked on Dino Fury. I don't know if she's worked on Once and Always, but I'm assuming she has because she's a part of that whole team there in New Zealand since Hasbro has taken over. But look at this thing. I mean, this thing just gives off big Saba vibes. Do I think Saba is going to come back in Cosmic Fury? I really don't think so. I think this weapon is more of a nod to different Rangers here, and I'll explain that here in a second. So we look at that hilt, and that hilt just gives, like, that's where Saba's head is supposed to go, and it looks almost like it's shaped like it's there. Then the blade itself, it has that curve, really reminiscent of the White Ranger Saba. I mean, it just gives it so much. Now, the middle of the blade, the part there, that gives me big Green Ranger Dragon Dagger vibes. I think that looks very similar to that and kind of mixed in with the White Ranger Saba as well. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling some Green Ranger in there, which obviously it makes sense because Izzy is the Green Ranger and this is going to be wielded by the Green Ranger. And then why would it be Saba? Well, the Green Ranger Tommy became the White Ranger Tommy and who wielded Saba. So obviously I think that is a nod and a tribute in itself right there. But it also is a tribute to the Yellow Ranger. And if you didn't notice in Dino Fury, Izzy actually pilots the Tiger Claw Zord, which is the saber-toothed tiger Zord. Or it looks exactly like a saber-toothed tiger. It's just green. And Trini, who wielded the saber-toothed tiger Zord in her day, had power daggers, and she had 2 of them. And Izzy's going to have 2 of these as well. So I think this is a nod to the White Ranger, the Green Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger all in one weapon that Izzy is going to wield. And it looks so, so cool. Like I said, I don't think Saba is going to come back. I think they're just doing nods to things that have come before. And this gave me an idea, like, should we look at the other weapons? So next we can look at, I think the most obvious we can look at is Javi, the Black Ranger. He has like a guitar battle axe. And what does that remind you of? Zack's power axe. He even strummed it like a guitar every now and then in an episode here and there. So I think it gives a lot of those vibes as well. I know when this picture debuted, everybody was like, man, that looks like the power axe. And then next we got Ollie, who has like these blue Tricera harpoon things, I think it's supposed to be. If you guys remembered in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Triceratops Zord that Billy wielded actually his horns actually shot out like harpoons and would attack the monster of the week and stuff like that. I remember they did it maybe once or twice in the show. I know that some of the toys did it, but it wasn't really featured a lot, at least here in the American series. But yeah, I mean, that gives those vibes. But if you look at it, I think to me, it actually looks like the Astro Blaster from Power Rangers in Space. It kind of gives me those vibes as well. And it might necessarily be a tribute to that, but at least it's giving me that idea, and which is pretty cool. And it makes me think about, you know, what other things could be coming out from the series that are going to harken back to the other parts of Power Rangers, whether it be In Space, Mighty Morphin, Time Force, I don't know, just something, you know? So now let's look at another Ranger. So we got Amelia, and she has a Warhammer, and I don't know what that looks like Thor to me. But I know Dustin wielded a hammer as well in Power Rangers Ninja Storm. That could be an ode to that. I don't think so. I think it looks too different. I know Hunter Dino said it gave her Viking vibes, so I don't know. If you guys know what it gives you vibes for, or if you can directly know what it has a tribute to, I know there was maybe a hammer in RPM, I can't remember, but maybe you guys can think off the top of your heads. I can't think off the top of mine. Lastly, I have no idea where this one comes from, but Aeon, the Gold Ranger, has a huge gauntlet all over his arm that's like a ray gun. I mean, it gives me more like DC's Cyborg vibes. I actually told Jordan Fight that during our interview. But that thing, I don't know. Maybe Dino Charge. I, I honestly don't know. I think they're just like, we're just gonna go big or go broke. So they're like, we're gonna make a big, tremendous thing. But yeah, I mean, these little things, they could be coming up. Maybe not necessarily the rest of the weapons are reminiscent of Mighty Morphin or any other series, but you know, Izzy's are, and maybe we'll have different parts of the show that will honor different series as well, which I think would be really cool. But I mean, just looking at this one, I think it's too obvious that, like, look at it. I mean, it looks exactly like Saba, and I can definitely see Green Ranger vibes in there as well. But that's all I'm going to have for today. If you've been following, you know we're doing a giveaway. We actually have a JDF poster that we were supposed to give away a month ago, but the winner didn't claim it. So we're going to try it again. If you already entered, then you're good. You don't have to enter again. But if you haven't entered, just remember it's United States only. Click the link in my description, put in the info, and then you're entered and you're good to go. And then we'll be giving away on a future live stream. The live streams, there's something cool going to be happening with those. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. We got a lot of crazy cool stuff going on here on the Legacy of Nerd. But that's all I have for today. And you guys know what time it is. It's Morphin time.